Hey, thank you for joining me for the unboxing and review of this GTENG T905F FPV air press altitude hold quadcopter supplied courtesy of Gearbest. So first of all, it says it is a pterosauria. Now, I'm not quite sure why, because pterosauria means flying lizard or flying reptile, so I suppose a bit like a pterodactyl. So although it doesn't look like that, that's its meaning. So yes, it's supposed to be quite agile and fast, so probably the reference is for that. Okay, not too much information on the box. Comes in a nice small compact box, not the strongest, but you know, it arrived all good and well in one piece. Not much information on it. Has a carry handle. Okay, so leave that there, and this is what's on the inside. So it comes with the manual, so nice glossy paper. Okay, all in English. Okay, and quite very detailed, so quite an impressive manual. Okay, then the box, the quad itself is on top here, and have a look at that. Quite a nice design. Okay, then over here we've got this. So comes with prop guards, comes with 2 landing skids, comes with screws. Okay, comes with the TX radio control transmitter, so quite an unusual shape, with a built-in FPV screen and a bag of goodies. So I'm just going to unpack this and be back with you shortly. Okay, all unpackaged. So let's have a closer look at the quad. So a really unusual design, but a nice shape, maybe a bit like a parrot bebop, but anyway, it's a good plastic, a strong plastic, and this seems very strong and should be very durable. I'm quite confident it will be. Okay, nice black sort of semi-gloss matte finish, file design, clear covers on the bottom of the motor housing, so the LEDs should be quite good. Okay, has a 720p camera in the front for FPV and to take photos and videos, and yay, it's got an adjustable camera head, so you can adjust it to however it suits you. Now these propellers are quite interesting, quite unique, got a very strong pitch on them, so definitely designed for speed and performance. Fairly flexible, quite strong but not too rigid. Okay, now I had a look already. If we try and spin the motors, they spin quite freely and quite easily, and these motors have, instead of bushes, have bearings, which is very good, so that makes for better performance and doesn't labor the motors. Okay, to take a propeller off, all you need to do is undo the one screw. Now these also come with little caps that you just need to plug in and then pull to remove. Looks as though it's a bolt that's screwed on, but it's not. They're just for show. So you get 8 of these, so 4 to go on the quad and 4 spare. You get the Star Phillips screwdriver. Okay, we get a SD card reader, and together and in it here we get a 4 gigabyte SD card. Okay, and this SD card then goes on to the bottom at the back over here and slots in here. Not the easiest place to get it to, but once you get it in, so a little bit tricky. The slot is in the middle over here. We just need to get it in. And then slide it in and lock it into place there. So that's where the SD card resides. While we're here, we've got an on and off switch, so that's good. The battery bay has got a little screw on it that we just need to remove. Now a little bit, you know, screws it. It'd be much better if it just had a nice lock that you didn't have to worry about a tiny little screw. But anyway, let's see what it's like when we take it out. Okay, so the battery comes inserted already. Okay, let's have a look here. And I suppose, yeah, it seems to lock okay in position. It might not necessarily be necessary to keep the screw in, but it would be better if it had a latched lock rather than a screw. Okay, if we have a look here, it's got a very unusual battery connector. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins, so very uncommon. So can't use it on a hobby grade charger. Okay, so that's a bit disappointing. Okay, the battery that it comes with here says it's a 350 mAh 7.4 volts, but yes, this doesn't look like a 350 mAh battery. You know, this is a 650 mAh, and we have a look at it in size and comparison. So this probably looks as though it's a 850 mAh. Okay, anyway, it does fit into here quite comfortably, so one could maybe put a bit of a longer battery in and a bigger battery. So this battery is supposed to give us a flying time of about 6 to 8 minutes on full FPV, and because we've got an on and off switch, let's just connect up the battery now. I can't even check and see, you know, what voltage it is, because this connector is not even compatible with a battery checker, and the holes are very tiny, so that's not so good. Okay, I won't put the screw back in for now. Okay, and let's just see if the on-off switch there. Okay, the on-off switch works okay. So 2 white lights at the back and 2 blue lights in the front. Okay, so yeah, talking about the battery, now you get a USB charger for the quad battery, okay, which has this 4-pin, so plug into a computer or powered USB to charge, and then you get another USB cable. And this is good because if we have a look here, and there's also a screw that needs to be undone to open the back of the TX here, we have a rechargeable LiPo instead of having to put in AA batteries or AAA batteries. And this LiPo is a 3.7 volt 450 mAh. Okay, it came at half capacity, but I've charged it up to full capacity. So yeah, this is really nice, and it's good to have a rechargeable LiPo. And so yes, this additional cable with the 2-pin is just to charge up the LiPo battery for the TX radio control transmitter. Okay, we get 4 spare propellers, which is great, always good to have spare propellers. We get prop guards, and these prop guards just clip onto the top of each motor housing. Push down fairly tightly. Okay, and then there are screws, and it just needs a single screw to secure it, but to be honest, you know, this is not going to come off easily, so probably not necessary to use a screw. They're not very strong, they're actually very soft, you know, so I'm not sure how much protection these are going to give you. They'll obviously give you some protection, but they're actually very soft and flexible for prop guards, so I'm going to leave them off. Okay, and then we get 2 landing skids that go onto the bottom. Okay, so they've just got a pillar that plugs in and then a hole to screw them on, so they plug in over here, and we take the other one and plug it in over here. Okay, so they don't fit on too firmly, so yes, if you want to keep the landing skids on, there's 4 screws that have to be put in here to attach it. But you know, if you have a look and you put it on a level surface, there's sufficient clearance, just sufficient clearance. So if you're going to take off on a level surface, you don't really need the landing skids, because the bottom of the motor housings are adequate enough for you to use it without the skids and to take off like that. Okay, so let's have a look at this fancy different looking TX transmitter radio control. Okay, so over here we've got the power button, turns the TX on. Then we've got a power button for the FPV screen. Okay, let's turn the quad on with the on off button here. Okay, and we've got FPV. Wow, actual fact, it's very quick, there's no lag, very responsive. Okay, that's good. Okay, then we've got a button over here to record video. We've got a button here to take pictures, and then the 2 screen brightness controls. Okay, this button over here does nothing. These are the trim control buttons, so left and right, forward and back, side trim. Okay, then have a look at this. Now on the back here you've actually got 4 other buttons, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom here. So if you're actually holding this and you're doing that, I mean, this is nice, but gee, if you touch one of these buttons but put a little bit of pressure on them, it could be a problem. It would be probably better to have a holding position there and then be able to move back here. So that probably might be best to hold it there. Anyway, this button over here is for automatic takeoff, and this one over here is for automatic landing, and this one over here is for 1 key return, and the one furthest away is for headless mode. Okay, so it is conveniently positioned there. And if we look at the control sticks, you need to press down on the throttle left-hand control stick to adjust the speed. So 1, 3. So the longer you hold it down, will adjust the speed. So 3 beeps high speed, 2 beeps medium rates, 1 beep low speed. And then to do your flips and rolls, you press down on the right hand stick, and then you can flip, forwards, backwards, or roll, and press down to stop. Okay, then to bind with the quad, we're going to pull the throttle lever up and back down, it beeps, and that binds it with the quad. Then to arm or unlock the motors, pull both sticks down and outwards, and you can also pull them both down and inwards to unlock or lock. So this time I'll pull them down and inwards to arm, and if I pull them down and inwards, that stops it. And so as you can see, inwards and outwards. Okay, then to calibrate, always make sure it's on a level surface. You pull both sticks down and to the bottom left. Okay, there, and you see the lights flashed and gone solid, so that's all calibrated. Lock, and basically ready to go. Okay, so let's take it out and see how it flies, how it performs, what the altitude hold is like, the video quality. Okay, I haven't gone through the instruction manual because it's very good and very detailed. Definitely one of the best instruction manuals I've seen, so you'll find everything you need in the instruction manual regarding the quad. So, okay, and let's just see what happens if it goes out of range of the transmitter. You lose control. Let's start the motors up, and then we'll switch the transmitter off. 1001, 1002, 1003. So yeah, after about 3 seconds it'll just power down and drop wherever it is. Then if you can't find it, let's see if we can connect with it again, if you've still got enough battery power. Yes, you can. So then you can just listen for the sound of the motors or any rustling if it's caught up in a tree to help you find it if you can't see it. So let's take it out and fly. Okay, so let's see how the GTENG 905F flies. Turn the quad is switched on, turn the transmitter on, turn the FPV monitor on, bind, okay, calibrate, sticks down to the left, lights are flashing, that's calibrated and done, arm the motors. Okay, ready to go. Start video. That's automatic takeoff. So up and forward. Okay, in low rates. Okay, so wind's pushing it a little bit, but holding altitude very well. Put it up a bit more. There we go. Holding well. Okay, because of the wind, I'm going to up the rate a notch. There we go. Video looks fine. Go up. Across. Okay, holding very well, very stable. Let's see if it'll do a flip. Oh yes, flips very nicely. Still roll. Yes. Okay, so this is a medium speed. Okay, let's do the yaw rates in medium speed. Okay, let's put it up to top speed. Okay. Try another flip. Oh yes. Do another one. Oh yes. This is very fast, very agile, very stable. Okay, it's a bit dusk now, so at least we can see the lights. I mean, at night, quite confident the lights are there. The little red light is flashing, saying videos taking. That's the yaw rate, the top rate. Really likes performing. Okay, you know, holding altitude well. Get back to the side, bring it in over here. Bring it down a bit. There you are, wind just pushing it a bit. We're flying very nicely. Really a nice stable little quad to fly. Bring it back into view here. Really going nicely. Alright, let's just turn around. I'm going to take it away from me, try headless mode. Yeah, no, that works okay. Take it out of headless mode, back in again, take it away. Take it down, then try the return to home. Okay, return to home. Okay, going in the direction, but basically the wind just pushing it a bit. Really a nice flyer, quite impressed. The altitude hold works really well. Really nice little performer. Okay. Bring it back. Okay, that's low battery warning now, lights, so we'll bring it into land. Switch the video off, take a quick picture, take another quick picture. Okay, let's see if the auto landing works. Okay, that's auto land, and yes, or landed all on its own. So very good, you know, nice performance. Altitude hold works very well, return to home works well, headless works well. We'll see how the video comes out. The FPV screen, very nice, very good. We'll get some aerial shots from the quad up there, see a bit closer how it is in the air. And let's see what the GTENG 905F looks like at night. Okay, you can see the lights flashing and blinking there. Bind. Okay, screen on, FPV on, calibrate. To bottom left, calibrated, arm. Let's go. Okay, so manual takeoff, holding altitude okay. Okay, lights are bright. Looks pretty good. Can't see really too much on the screen at night. Going nicely. Up a bit more. Oh, it looks quite nice, quite bright. Easy to see orientation. Let's do a little yaw, see what the camera picks up. Okay, that's the wind taking it there. Get back this way. Get down a bit more. That's very steady. Just put it up a rate. Your clip. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Oops, okay, not sure what happened there. I think I hit one of these little buttons by mistake. That's a little downside to this. Okay, let's just recalibrate it on a level surface. Okay. Okay, arm it. Let's go up again. Okay, wind pushing it a little bit. Alright. Hey, let's bring it into land. Hey, that's automatic landing. Oop. Going a little bit far. Oh, okay. So that's the wind just pushing it back while it's landing slowly. So yes, looks great at night too. Okay, not so good for FPV. Thanks for joining me. Cheerio.